How to get rich quietly while everyone thinks you're broke. Have you ever noticed that the flashiest, most status-conscious people rarely have substantial wealth? Meanwhile, your quiet neighbor with a 10-year-old Toyota might secretly be worth millions. This isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate strategy employed by many of the truly wealthy. I call it getting rich quietly, and it might just be the most powerful wealth-building approach you've never considered. Picture this. While your colleagues compete over who has the latest luxury SUV or the most impressive vacation photos on Instagram, you're silently building a seven-figure net worth that nobody suspects. Most people wear their finances on their sleeve, so they assume everyone else does too. Let them think they're better off than you, while you quietly build your wealth. In today's video, we'll explore how to get rich quietly while everyone around you assumes you're just getting by. I'll share the psychological tricks, practical habits, and investment strategies that the stealth wealthy use to build fortunes while flying completely under the radar. I recently met with a retired school teacher who lives in a modest home in an average neighborhood. Nothing about her lifestyle suggests affluence. Her furniture is comfortable but not fancy. Her car is practical, and her wardrobe consists of quality basics rather than designer labels. Yet, when we reviewed her financial situation, I discovered she had accumulated over $3.5 million through decades of disciplined investing and compound growth. I've never felt the need to show off what I have, she told me with a smile. The freedom it gives me is reward enough. This approach isn't just about being modest. It's a sophisticated wealth-building strategy that protects your assets, shields you from social pressure, and creates genuine financial independence faster than most traditional approaches. If you're tired of the endless pressure to spend, show off, and keep up with others who are likely drowning in debt, type 1 in the comments below. Let's begin with the first fundamental principle of quiet wealth building. Principle number 1. Master the art of inconspicuous consumption. The journey to invisible wealth begins with mastering what I call inconspicuous consumption, the art of enjoying quality and comfort without broadcasting your financial status. This isn't about deprivation. It's about strategic allocation of resources. Consider this. Every dollar spent on a visible status symbol is a dollar that could be quietly multiplying in your investment accounts. The stealth wealthy understand that wealth is what you don't see. The growing investment accounts, the financial security, the options and freedom that money provides. Quiet wealth, or stealth wealth, is the art of living a financially comfortable life while keeping a low financial profile. It involves adopting a more modest, carefully curated lifestyle and avoiding conspicuous displays of wealth. But this doesn't mean living like a miser. It means being intentional with every purchase. Let me share a powerful example from one of my friends. Michael, a successful software engineer, drives a 5-year-old Honda while most of his colleagues compete with increasingly expensive luxury vehicles. What his colleagues don't know is that the $45,000 difference between his Honda and their BMWs is invested in a diversified portfolio that has grown to over $80,000 in just a few years. Michael still drives a reliable, comfortable car, but he also owns a piece of the companies that make luxury vehicles and collects dividends from their profits. Lao Tzu, founder of Taoism, taught, "He who knows he has enough is rich." This perspective, finding contentment with sufficiency rather than excess, has guided wealth builders for centuries. The Japanese concept of hara hachibiyu, eating until 80% full, applies perfectly to consumption. Enjoy quality, but stop short of excess. To master inconspicuous consumption, follow these practical guidelines. First, invest in private luxury, items that enhance your quality of life without broadcasting wealth. High-quality mattresses, excellent kitchen tools, and comfortable home furnishings provide daily enjoyment without social signaling. These smart investors enjoy quality items, but pick them based on value, not status. They might drive a Toyota instead of a Bentley while owning multiple rental properties. Second, learn to recognize false status signals. Many visible luxury items aren't actually valued by the genuinely wealthy. Warren Buffett, worth over $100 billion, still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. His reasoning isn't frugality but priority. He simply finds more value in financial freedom than in impressing others. Third, Practice what I call selective premium purchasing, spending generously in categories that truly enhance your life, while remaining frugal in areas of low personal value. This might mean flying economy class, but staying in nice accommodations, or driving a modest car, but enjoying exceptional dining experiences. The key is making these choices based on your values, not social expectations. Consider the ancient Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort, occasionally choosing less comfortable options to maintain perspective and appreciation. This might mean taking public transportation instead of a taxi, or preparing meals at home rather than dining out. These practices not only save money, but build resilience and appreciation for simple pleasures. Remember that true wealth isn't about displaying prosperity. It's about having it. The wisest wealth builders throughout history have understood that financial freedom comes not from looking rich, but from actually being rich. And that begins with keeping more of what you earn by mastering the art of inconspicuous consumption, with your consumption patterns optimized for wealth building rather than status display. Let's explore how to deploy those savings for maximum growth while maintaining complete privacy. Principle number 2, build a stealth investment machine. The second principle of getting rich quietly is creating an investment system that compounds your wealth steadily and invisibly. While others chase get-rich-quick schemes or brag about their latest stock picks, the stealth wealthy build diversified, automated investment machines that grow without requiring attention or discussion. This approach stems from ancient wisdom about patience and consistency. The Chinese bamboo tree appears to do nothing for 4 years, showing no visible growth above ground. But in the 5th year, it suddenly grows 80 feet in just 6 weeks. What observers don't see is the extensive root system developing underground during those seemingly unproductive years. Your wealth can grow the same way, invisible to others until it's substantial and unignorable. High net worth individuals tend to diversify across assets such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and alternative investments. Spreading risk prevents a downer in one area from devastating the entire portfolio. This diversification isn't just financially sound. It's also less detectable than concentrating wealth in visible assets. Consider the case of Jennifer, a hospital administrator who never discusses money with colleagues. For 15 years, she has automatically invested 30% of her income into a carefully balanced portfolio. She reinvests all earnings and rarely checks her accounts. Today, her portfolio exceeds $1.7 million. Yet she drives the same car and lives in the same modest home as when she started. Her wealth is nearly invisible to those around her, but provides her with options and security they can only imagine. To build your own stealth investment machine, start with these foundational steps. First, automate your investing through direct deposits from your paycheck into investment accounts. This pay-yourself-first approach, advocated by wealth experts for decades, ensures consistent investing without requiring constant discipline. What you never see in your checking account, you won't be tempted to spend. Second, embrace the power of broad-based index funds. These investments provide market-matching returns without requiring you to pick individual stocks or time the market. More importantly, they don't create conversation fodder about specific companies or sectors, allowing your investment strategy to remain private. Third, focus on tax efficiency through strategic use of retirement accounts, health savings accounts, and other tax-advantaged vehicles. True millionaires practice stealth wealth by adopting a simple, less flashy lifestyle that helps them save more and work less. The tax savings alone can accelerate your wealth building by 20 to 30% over a lifetime. Fourth, consider adding invisible assets to your portfolio, investments that don't manifest in visible possessions. These might include small business loans through peer-to-peer lending platforms. Owning a piece of real estate generates passive income. Royalty trusts that pay you a share of income from natural resources. Private equity investments in small, growing companies. These investments can generate substantial returns without creating any visible change in your lifestyle or possessions. They embody the ancient principle found in many cultures, that true wealth often flows like water, powerful but difficult to grasp or display. Finally, practice what I call stealth rebalancing, maintaining your investment allocations without discussing them. When markets shift and your portfolio needs adjustment, handle these transactions privately rather than turning them into conversation topics. This discipline helps maintain both your investment strategy and your low-key financial profile. Now that you're accumulating wealth invisibly, let's explore how to preserve your financial privacy in a world of increasing transparency. Principle number 3, create multiple layers of privacy protection. The third principle of getting rich quietly is establishing layers of privacy that shield your growing wealth from unnecessary attention and potential risks. In an age of social media oversharing and digital transparency, financial privacy has become both more valuable and more challenging to maintain. Ancient wisdom across cultures emphasizes the importance of discretion. The Book of Proverbs advises, "The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves," while Confucius taught, "Silence is a true friend who never betrays." These timeless principles apply perfectly to wealth building. The less others know about your financial situation, the more effectively you can build and protect it. Remaining quiet about your wealth can also stop unwanted money requests from friends or extended family. If people aren't aware of your wealth because you choose not to flaunt it, then they may be less likely to ask you for money. This isn't about being miserly. It's about maintaining control over your resources and relationships. Start by implementing what I call digital wealth privacy, a systematic approach to minimizing your financial footprint online. First, audit your social media presence to remove or limit content that reveals financial details. Photos of expensive purchases, luxury vacations, or new homes can inadvertently broadcast your financial status. Review your past posts with an eye toward financial privacy and adjust your sharing habits going forward. Second, compartmentalize your financial life by using separate email addresses and even different financial institutions for various aspects of your wealth. This reduces the chances of anyone gaining a complete picture of your finances through data breaches or casual observation. Third, consider establishing legal structures that provide additional privacy barriers. Depending on your situation, these might include revocable living trusts that keep your assets out of the public probate process, limited liability companies, LLCs, for owning investment properties or other assets, family limited partnerships that can facilitate wealth transfer while maintaining privacy. These structures not only provide privacy benefits, but often offer tax advantages and asset protection as well. Stealth wealth is living below your means, avoiding flashy displays of money, and flying under the radar, all while quietly building financial freedom. It's not just a strategy. Stealth wealth is a mindset. This mindset extends to how you discuss finances in social settings. Develop what I call conversational deflection techniques, graceful ways to redirect financial discussions without seeming secretive or unfriendly. When asked about purchases, emphasize value rather than cost. This car has been incredibly reliable instead of discussing its price. Respond to career questions with passion rather than compensation. I love the challenges in my field rather than salary details. When directly asked about financial matters, use gentle humor to deflect. "Oh, I'm just trying to keep the bills paid like everyone else." These approaches maintain privacy without creating awkwardness or suggesting you have something to hide. Remember that financial privacy isn't about deception, it's about discretion. The goal isn't to mislead others about your finances, but to keep detailed knowledge of your wealth within an appropriate circle. The best spies don't look like spies. Similarly, most truly rich people don't show off. Practice stealth wealth to build and preserve your financial future. By creating multiple layers of privacy protection, digital, legal, and conversational, you ensure that your growing wealth remains a quiet source of security rather than a target for attention or requests. With these 3 fundamental principles in place, you'll be well on your way to building significant wealth while maintaining a low-key profile that protects both your assets and your peace of mind. Conclusion: we've examined 3 core principles: mastering inconspicuous consumption, building a stealth investment machine, and creating multiple layers of privacy protection. This approach offers benefits that flashier wealth-building strategies simply can't match. By flying under the radar financially, you shield yourself from social pressure, unwanted financial requests, and the hedonic treadmill that traps so many high-income earners in a cycle of earning and spending without ever achieving true financial freedom. Quiet luxury is about having the ability to do what you want, when you want, without worrying about money. When a stealth wealth lifestyle is practiced correctly, it allows you to practice financial independence while also helping others and enjoying life. Remember that the wealthiest people throughout history have often been the least ostentatious. From investor Warren Buffett in his modest Omaha home to IKEA founder Ingvar Kamprad, who drove an old Volvo and flew economy class despite his billions, the pattern is clear. Those who care least about appearing wealthy often become the wealthiest. The concepts we discussed aren't just practical financial strategies. They reflect timeless wisdom about the relationship between money, happiness, and freedom. The truly valuable things in life, security, choice, time, relationships, are enhanced by wealth but diminished by the pursuit of status. As you implement these principles in your own life, remember that stealth wealth isn't about deprivation or miserliness. It's about strategic allocation of resources toward what truly matters while eliminating wasteful spending on what doesn't. It's about breaking free from social comparison and creating a financial life based on your values rather than others' expectations. Start today by examining one area where you might be spending to impress others rather than to enhance your own life. Redirect those resources toward investments that will grow silently but substantially over time. Your future self will thank you for the freedom and options that come with wealth, especially when it's been accumulated quietly, thoughtfully, and in alignment with your deepest values. Thank you for watching. If you found value in these ideas, please like this video and share with others who might benefit from a quieter, more effective approach to building wealth. And don't forget to subscribe for more strategies on creating financial independence without sacrificing what matters most. What's one stealth wealth principle you plan to implement in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation about getting rich quietly.